histamine intolerance is a pretty interesting thing because the name can be a bit confusing and misleading. So it's not that you have a sensitivity to histamine that you developed or inherited. You just have too much histamine. Give anybody that much histamine and they would have a difficult time for a while too. The reason this is happening is because of an enzyme called diamine oxidase. And this is what normally is breaking down histamine in your food. Some people have this at normal levels and don't have any issues with reasonable amounts of histamine consumption in their food, whereas other people don't have enough DAO and they are going to really struggle because they're consuming an equal amount of histamine, but it's not being broken down properly and becomes a real problem. So there's a number of factors that can contribute to this. So you can have some form of gastrointestinal disease going on. You can be very gluten sensitive or gluten intolerant. You can have leaky gut. It could be related to H. pylori or candida, Crohn's, colitis, IBS, SIBO. So if you are dealing with any of these, in addition to, of course, for the time being, going on to a low histamine diet, you also want to address underlying issues like some of these gastrointestinal issues, and then also look at other things that could be reducing DAO levels. So you could have drugs that are blocking DAO. For example, NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs that so many people are taking on almost a daily basis. Antidepressants, immune modulators can be a problem here. And there are even some foods that can be blocking DAO. And so you want to take kind of a little analysis of your life and of your health and see, okay, what is potentially suppressing the DAO in my system? And then if you're going to take maybe some supplements to help you out here, great. If I was to recommend the top 3, I would say 1, reishi mushroom, because of its immune modulating and histamine lowering effects. Colostrum is another great one that is, again, working on the immune system and working on the health and well-being of the gut, and also digestive enzymes. Now, what happens when you have too much histamine, apart from you feel like crap? Too much histamine can affect your stress response. It can affect memory and learning. It can mess up your circadian rhythm, and it can even interfere with sexual function. So this also can be caused by certain vitamin and nutrient deficiencies. And so, for example, if you're short of vitamin C, if you don't have enough B vitamins coming in, if you have deficiencies in zinc or copper, that can also be contributing. Now, I want to also talk about another syndrome here because it's often very tied to histamine intolerance, and this is called mast cell activation syndrome, or often known by the shorter form MCAS. And this is very new as scientific understanding of it goes. It was only named in 2007, and diagnostic criteria were just proposed in 2010. And so mast cells are part of your immune system, and they exist in your bone marrow and in your blood vessels. And when you have this syndrome, it's causing these mast cells to be released too frequently. This can cause itching, watering eyes. It can give you trouble with breathing. You can have low blood pressure, even diarrhea. So this stuff is no fun. I mean, geez, we got sexual dysfunction and diarrhea. Like, does it get any worse? And so here, this can be caused by a number of things as well. You can have heavy metal toxicity, which is destabilizing your mast cells. You can also, again, have parasites and candida at play, which are potent stimulators of mast cells. And then a gut dysbiosis can cause this syndrome if you have a general imbalance in friendly versus unfriendly bacteria. And other things, relevant to think about here are that mold and mycotoxins are really going to act as triggers here for sensitive individuals. And so what can you look at to help stabilize the mast cells? Some of the best things here are selenium, vitamin C, holy basil, turmeric, ginger, and then just generally reducing stress and stabilizing your circadian rhythms. That means getting up and going to sleep at pretty much the same time every day. Establish a really good circadian rhythm for yourself. Get some sunlight in the morning. See the sun as early in the morning as possible to help set your circadian rhythm and suppress melatonin during the day. Then in the nighttime, be avoiding blue light. Put on some blue blocking glasses. Do night shift on your devices or flux to turn them into more of a orange and red lighting at night, and really just don't be on your devices that much in the evenings. And then you can look at other supplements, of course, if you're having trouble sleeping. We've had other videos about that, so I'm not going to go too in depth on that, but there's, check out our channel. You can find plenty of other information on sleep optimization. But circadian rhythms is a huge part of this, and anything immune and gut health related. Having a healthy sleep-wake cycle is a big deal. So if this has been helpful or if this has managed to shine light, I should say, in any area of histamine issues and mast cell issues for you, please do me a favor, leave us a like down there and subscribe to our channel. It really does help us out a lot with our goal as a little small family business. And if you are doing something actively to try to work on your histamine or to work on mast cell activation syndrome, leave a comment below. I'm curious to hear what you're up to. Thanks so much again for joining me, guys. Hope you have a great day and hope to see you again soon.